UPF? What is that?
It's something that has never been in our diets before. It's filled with chemicals. It's tricking our brains, our gut, and destroying us from inside. It does cause depression and anxiety.
What? The thing that we have increasing levels of? My parents, they went to USA. They went to McDonald's for breakfast. They couldn't finish one stack of pancakes. The two of them. Pancake stuff was like this. In addition, there was bacon and eggs and drinks and everything. How do you even get to the point where you fit that in your stomach?
What could cause this is called a Bliss Point. I know it's in the fries. This technique is also used in burgers and the chicken wings. Out of curiosity, I wanted to taste McDonald's because I wanted to know why everybody's eating them. When I tasted it,
That's insane, actually.
to be friends
guys.
with you, but you want to be angry with me.
I don't want to be angry with you. I want to be angry with the system. Oh, with the world.
Yes! I
With the
agree.
companies,
Yeah,
with the mega corporations that are controlling our lives.
Let's go!
BlackRock, screw BlackRock. We're getting buried in algorithm.
Banned? Oh, I thought banned. You mean we're gonna get banned?
No, not banned, just buried in algorithm.
Oh, wait. We can help the algorithm. Let's say good words. What's
I
trending
love
right
BlackRock.
now? Coca-Cola is
companies.
good.
I love fake butter.
I love UPF.
What the fuck is UPF?
Ultra processed food. That's what we're gonna talk about today.
What is UPF? Who
Okay, you.
says it like that?
That's how it says in all the articles. It's easier to pronounce it UPF, ultra processed food. I mean, I can technically say it all the time when I'm going to mention it.
Just
ultra
for
processed
now,
food, ultra processed food.
Wait. Ultra processed food is
Ding, ding, ding.
UPF. Ding ding. Now, okay, so as you may have understood from our rambling, we are talking about food again. This time, though, from more of a
Chemical
they're
perspective.
poisoning us, please come save us type of way. I do have to mention, though, there are big differences from Europe and USA. Is it not true? Because
Yeah,
a lot of
that's,
articles are written about USA, you know? But in the end, Europe does have way more regulations about what you can eat, what you can't. That's one of the main points that Fauci even went into politics with. He was like, we're gonna ban everything that Europe has banned. That's like what he said. I don't think they've done that. But to start sliding in with like personal experiences, I know a lot of people who went on exchange to USA from Europe,
And they got
from
fat.
Spain, Italy. They got, first of all, pimples on their forehead a lot, and they really, really gained weight, like 10, 20 kilograms. And as soon as they came back home, they dropped it.
And that's what we're going to talk about. Why does it happen? Hey!
Why is it toxic?
Why we are gaining weight from the ultra processed
Another
food,
example.
UPF.
Have you seen the comparison of like fries in UK? They have oil, salt, and potato, and then fries in USA where they have this insane amount of things in there.
Yeah, but I don't... UK and USA? You mentioned Overconsume.
Yeah.
UK is... Oh my god, I went to UK. I don't believe that because
Well,
their
UK
food is
was...
not good.
It was in the European Union anyways. They didn't
was,
have
but-
all of the regulations.
And
No, I'm not
so-
saying the food is good or food is bad or food is healthy. I'm saying it's still actually relatively better than America.
In that... Yeah, it is better. And I think in any country you're gonna go, it's gonna be better than USA. USA food. Are you already dying? This is why when you eat UPF, this is what happens to you. You slowly die.
What we're actually getting into is food, healthiness. So you keep mentioning UPF. What is that? Like, what do you actually classify as ultra processed food?
So UPF, it's something that has never been in our diets before. It's something made out of these things that you cannot find in your regular kitchen. It's filled with chemicals and with a lot of chemicals and with unhealthy things. And it's tricking our brains, our gut, and destroying us from inside. It causes obesity, early death, diabetes, you name it, it's very bad.
Well, considering obesity and also heart issues are one of the main leading causes in the world for deaths in general, that's a big issue. And of course, it has risen over time. When did it become more popular, actually?
In 1970s. This is when... I'm going to talk about children obesity. This is something, for me, it's very absurd. When I go outside in the parks or in the supermarkets, I see fat kids, and I'm like, how can you be fat?
You're a kid.
You're a kid. Your metabolism is so fast.
You're supposed to be growing instead of like storing the fat.
You should grow like this, not like this. So
yeah, but isn't it usually based on like what the parents feed them? Because a lot of people try to say, "Oh, it's the genetics. It's the genetics." You know what else is similar between families who are all overweight? They all eat similarly. So it's like, well, it's genetics. Maybe it's just like you all have the same bad habits of eating
ultra-processed foods.
But what do I actually do?
The UPFs?
Yeah, UPFs.
That's easier to say. Wait, I wanted to quickly mention just a little bit of a data about the child obesity. In 1970s, it was like only 1 and 2% worldwide.
Is that in America? Oh, worldwide.
Worldwide. This is probably because maybe medical conditions the kids had. Maybe that's why they were obese. But when the UPFs were introduced right now, it's like this is going to be taken USA examples. It's from 19 till 26% you will see kids that's obese, and it's worldwide, like globally 20%. So from 1970s till now it has gone way up. In general, when you just walk and see a fat kid, he should not be fat.
You know what? From 2 to 20%, that's an increase of 10 times. 10 times more. That's insane, actually.
Yeah, and
that's 1,000% increase.
I mean, you don't even need fancy data. Just go outside and you will see fat kids.
That's
and if you're gonna tell me, oh, it's because they're sitting on their phones and they're not exercising. No, it's because of the ultra-processed foods. It's tricking our brain, and basically we're overeating.
Okay, but could it not also be because we're sitting inside? Because I used to run outside every day when I was a kid. I used to go outside because we didn't I didn't have a phone. The TV was off limits, so I just went outside and I ran the entire day with other kids. Now my brother is he's only playing Minecraft most of the day, especially when he's not at school.
He's literally not fat.
Yeah, thing is, he's still not fat. That's because we eat relatively well.
That's why he's not fat. Like, I'm not saying you should not do any running or exercise. It's good, but I would say it's mostly good for your mental health. And so when you get older, there's no problems with your bones. But in general, kids, they're growing. The calories go in there, growing, make them taller, stronger. It's the food, the kids, and when we eat ultra-processed food, we're just overeating it, and it's not healthy. There's no nutritional value in it. There's another experiment done by one of the doctors, Chris Van Talker. He also wrote a book about ultra-processed food. Amazing guy. He also talked about the evil cooperation of Coca-Cola. I loved it. Very nicely explained. He went on a ultra-processed diet for a month, only eating that, and he gained 7 kilograms. His lifestyle was the same, just changing the diet from like biological real food to ultra-processed food. This is also an experiment done with the twin sisters, where one was eating relatively nice food, biological, and the other one was eating the UPF food. And in 2 weeks, she gained 1 kilogram extra.
But is it like water weight, or is it actually like they gain fat?
They're gaining fat.
1 kilogram in a week is like an insane amount. Because there's quite a bit of calories in 100 grams of fat that we store in the body. So that means you have to basically store everything, and you're also eating way more, but you're probably eating way more because you feel hungry all the time.
Yes, that's
because you don't get
one
everything
of the biggest
need.
problems for just overeating. The second problem is there's so much sugar. There's just too much. Like, we need sugar to survive, of course. Don't like completely forget about sugar, but it's just too much, and it creates that craving sensation that we want to eat it again because of the like you mentioned, the dopamine effect it causes, and in general it's just too much that it becomes fats. Now, what else does it do? Does UPF? I'm so glad that you asked this question.
What else does?
What else does it do?
What else do it do? Do it do?
Well,
What it do? What it do, girl?
All right. You won't believe it, but it does cause depression and anxiety.
What? The thing that we have increasing levels of?
Yeah, why? It's
That's
because
crazy.
of food, and not because. Okay, it's also when you.
It's also the damn phones.
It is the damn phones, but also it's the ultra processed food. It's the both. Both are the main causes of depression. And you may be wondering why? How does it work? You know, when before I didn't understand the term "you are what you eat." I thought when you eat food is just, well, to survive, gain energy. But when I understood that our gut, our stomach is the second brain, then you understand why what we are. We are what we are.
Eat. We are what we are. We eat what we eat, and we eat what we are. We are what we eat.
It starts to make sense. So because in the gut, there's a lot of amazing bacteria, microbacteria. They're so good for us. Imagine gut is in an Amazon rainforest. There's so many, and each of them have a task what to do. One of the tasks is to make a hormone called serotonin. So this hormone...
Is that the happiness hormone?
It's like the mood regulation hormone. Yes, it's like to make you happy so you don't cry in your bed all day. So you get out. Well, eat good food and you will get it. You have to eat a lot of meat and eggs because it contains tryptophan, which is the one that creates serotonin.
That's what I'm saying. Eggs on top. Eat at least 10 eggs a day, guys.
Okay, guys, everything like balanced. You need eggs, but 10 eggs a day. You
need 10 eggs a day and then some meat on top of that. You're gonna
eat some salads too.
Sure, but you're gonna be healthier than most people if you just eat eggs and meat. That's the fun part.
Yeah, because it has the tryptophan.
You don't even have to eat balanced. You will already be healthier just because you cut out all the bad things,
the
everything you don't need.
Food. Yes, but it's one of. It has that amino acids molecules that helps to create serotonin, and the good bacteria also help and protect the hormone serotonin. So the serotonin helps us to feel better, so we don't cry. Now, when you eat the UPFs with all these chemicals, with so much sugar, it damages our good bacteria, the gut bacteria. And when it gets damaged, it interrupts the serotonin. So that's why we don't receive that much of serotonin, and we get sad and depressed. That's one of the main reasons. And the hormone serotonin, 90 till 95% is made in the gut. Ooh. The 5-10 is in the brain.
How did it come to be that we love processed food so much and we don't even know that it's poisoning us and that it's bad?
All right. The guy, the Chris Van Talker, that did the experiment to eat 1 month the ultra-processed food, they also checked his brain to see, okay, what the heck is going on? And they saw some familiar effects when you are addicted to cigarettes or alcohol. So it's
I would know.
So it's it creates like addiction to this UPF. You are addicted to it. Don't worry, you can.
That's exactly what my brother said. He used to vape. He used to vape a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and he can just drop it like this. He doesn't. He used to do it for months or 2 or 3, and then he just doesn't, and he doesn't care. You know what he said? The hardest addiction for him is sugar and also caffeine. But sugar, he said, that's the most insane thing that he can't even drop is the sugar addiction and the processed food.
Yes, the sugar is like our drug, basically. It's like the same as heroin.
You're my drug. Anyways, talking about drugs, doesn't it work? No, not like.
Wait, I'm not familiar with this topic.
I mean, medicine drugs. There's specifically companies, let's call them that, making you sick through food, getting you addicted to buy more food than you possibly need.
Yes.
After which they sell you drugs to deal with the issues that come from the food.
Yes, exactly.
Wow, what a system. So
Amazing, very clever.
how do we deal with that? What do we do?
Well, I would suggest to make your own little farm, little garden in your backyard and make your own food.
Okay.
Now, I know in USA there's like big problems with this. That's what my dad told me.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, so there it is.
Imagine-
They have a problem to grow like their own like little farm, little garden.
Well, there has been issues with, for example, in Latvia, you can't even sell seeds to someone else if you're not authorized to do so. You have, let's say you grow a pumpkin and you have seeds and you want to give it to your neighbor or sell them so that they can grow their own pumpkins. You can't do that.
All right, so we even
Technically,
have here
in
problems.
USA,
All
they
right.
have been saying like, oh, actually, smaller gardens emit way more CO2. Shut your. That is just
lying.
Stop giving the entirety of the food in control of the government or one hands, because that's just a bad idea. If one company or one entity owns all of the food production, they can do what they want with their food production. Do you think they want you to be happy and healthy, to ride a bike, and eat a carrot or something? No. They want you to consume a pancakes. Fun, interesting story about the portions as well, but also like about how much people can eat. That was not even now, that was 20 years ago. When my parents were like Latvian, they went to USA, they said they went to McDonald's for food, like for breakfast. For some reason, they went to McDonald's for breakfast. And apparently, the McDonald's had like this breakfast menu and they ordered, there were like eggs, scrambled eggs, something, and pancakes. They couldn't finish one stack of pancakes, which was only one part of the entire, the two of them. The pancake stuff was like this. And then in addition, there was bacon and eggs and drinks and coffee, everything, you know, and juice and something. Next time they went, they just took like the one pancake stack for the two of them. But there were also people in there just gulping down, like eating the entirety of the menu by themselves. Of course, there were quite white people. But I'm just wondering,
That's
a
the
normal
addiction.
person that eats a normal way goes there and they can't physically eat that much. How do you even get to the point where you fit that in your stomach and you don't even get like the receptors saying like, that's enough, ding,
actually-
ding, ding, stop.
Okay, actually one of the reasons is why it disrupts the hormone that tells us, okay, you're full. And the second of all, when you eat too much, your stomach can actually like get like grow in
Bigger and
size.
bigger.
Yeah, that's why they can consume, and they're also addicted to it, again leading to overconsumption, blood sugars rising, serotonin drops, getting sad, depressed. And when we're getting sad and depressed, we want sugar. So again, it's a never-ending cycle.
But I also
get
did
happier.
say, you said that overweight, obesity rates are like 20% in children.
Yeah, those
But
are the children.
overweight, it's like in America, 70% of people are overweight. Not obese yet, but they have some, you know, they're not like perfectly fit.
Yeah.
Which I think is an insane amount of people to be overweight.
No,
Or maybe
no, of
even
course, that's not
80%
normal.
of people.
That's
But then
not
you see
normal.
like,
No.
yeah, if that's one portion that a company offers, that's not normal, but it is something that you can get for cheap, for relatively cheap,
Yep.
compared to how much people eat.
Yeah.
And another thing is, I've seen this comparison, the video of a guy saying, why is it that people in Japan can stay skinny so much easier than in America? And then he compared convenience stores, 7-Eleven. And he compared what they sell in those stores. I think it's a very popular video. Probably people have seen it already. But basically, the gist of it was that in 7-Eleven in Japan, you could get non-sugary drinks. You could get like a lot of things were like just tea and stuff. You could get boiled
okay.
eggs. You could get
Yeah.
sushi. You could get full meals. You could get some
Okay.
instant noodles as well, of course. But then in
Yeah.
America, it was only chips and hella sweet drinks. It was only unhealthy food. And I think that's also about the choice, about the convenience of eating healthy. If you can't expect the population to be healthy if everything you give them is not. Imagine how much effort a normal person would have to put into being healthy and keeping themselves in good shape,
Yeah.
since it's not convenient. It's just not made properly. You have to go to a random farm somewhere and get your cow and live alone. Like, every time you try to go out, it's a huge portion of something you possibly can't finish, but you're probably gonna, because it's fast food, you know? Of course, in that country, people are gonna be unhealthier.
Yep, exactly. Moral of the story, get your own farm if you can. It's like doing illegal drugs right now. Having your own cow, it's like
it's
growing...
so controversial.
Yes.
But actually,
what the heck?
to get a cow, it's actually really difficult.
Yeah, even in Latvia, it's very difficult to
really
get a cow.
difficult. If you want to sell the milk, it's insanely difficult. That's the issue with our farming, actually, is that our meat and milk sometimes is even more expensive because we have such insane regulations that if you want to keep a cow, you have to like have this, that, and permits. You have to buy them. And then if you want to sell the meat or the milk, there's more permits that you have to buy and stuff like that. It's just not a viable business. It's either that they get put full of like bad things to grow faster, or people don't really keep their own cows anymore, which is also not a good thing, because I would love to buy half of a cow and freeze it for the winter from someone, you know. That's actually one of the best things you can do. Buy a biological cow, buy a whole one, is going to be cheaper. Buy everything from it, because liver is also actually really healthy from a cow. It has a lot of vitamins that we need. You know, you're going to be less hungry if you eat that.
Exactly, because of protein.
Yeah, I ate chicken liver. I ate a couple of pieces and I was full.
Like good.
I was full, but that's because they have everything your body needs, you know.
That's true. So, it's also not ultra processed.
Yeah,
doesn't trick your brain.
And if you're thinking like, oh my god, you eat chicken liver? Well, what? You eat deep fried food? You eat deep fried food that is frozen and put together by McDonald's and play the don't wash their hands? Please. Which one of us is grosser?
They don't wash their hands? I wouldn't be surprised.
They don't. I work at McDonald's. No, sometimes they do. There's technically a list.
This is insane.
But you're supposed to wash it every hour, and I think most of the time they forget because we don't take breaks every hour.
McDonald's is called now
but
a
like
restaurant.
Everybody washes it after the bathroom. Don't worry about that. At least the way I worked, like everybody does.
Yeah.
But in the kitchen, it's like... Also... Technically, you're not supposed to do that, but if it's really, really busy, then people would go do the cash register and then go back to the kitchen, but they just touch money and they're touching food, you know?
That's
why you're not supposed to do that. But like, if you're understaffed, which is not even the employee's fault, you don't have a choice, you know? You just do everything.
That's so hella disgusting. So not only it's all ultra processed foods, but people are just not washing their hands.
Hygiene is not really good in most places, but whatever.
Yeah, that's true, but this is insane. Like, a long time ago. It wasn't a long time ago, like 30 years ago. This is like, you had to wash your hands.
Hygiene. Not as important. Actually...
It's very important. Well, I don't want to get diarrhea.
No.
And you have no clue why we're laughing.
You have no clue why we're laughing, and now you're probably asking yourself, okay, which one of y'all shat yourselves? It wasn't either one of us.
It was somebody else.
Well, he didn't shit himself, technically. She thinks it's so funny.
Guys, when we're gonna talk about relationship, you guys will understand.
We can drop the lore in the live stream or something.
Yep.
It's exclusive information, I'm not gonna lie.
That's why you need to subscribe to us.
Like and subscribe.
And share.
Share to people you want to see live longer.
That's good.
We're actually not talking about weight here. We're talking about the unhealthiness of food. Because I know a lot of people are drinking like energy drinks and something every day, and they may be even eating shit food, but they're gonna be skinny because, you know, they got genetically gifted or something, and they don't gain weight like that.
Are you talking about yourself right now?
No. I eat proper food. I just drink energy.
Oh, okay, good.
One energy drink, okay? Today is different. We're filming podcast.
Yeah, you guys, you don't see it, but when we came in the morning, she already drank one, and there is right there in front of me an orange.
And I'm looking at it, and I can't wait to drink it.
That's why you're getting addicted to it.
Yeah,
it's an addiction. No, it's really addiction.
It's absolutely an addiction.
Because of the sugar and caffeine and salt combination.
But I don't eat McDonald's all the time. And I'm not gonna lie, the statistic I saw with people who worked at McDonald's, since you get discounts and usually if you start eating McDonald's food,
Oh no.
they weren't even eating unhealthy, but you could see like a correlation. I'm not mean correlation doesn't mean causation always, but it's interesting that the correlation was there, that the longer they worked at McDonald's, the wider they were, And that's because they ate McDonald's food, because on my lunch break, you're not going to make your own food if it's cheaper to buy a burger or two, even if they don't eat that. And I noticed I had to force myself to stop eating McDonald's food at all, even if I worked there.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm only eating it if I'm getting it for free. Otherwise,
That's like
I'm
a
not.
psychology.
So in the
trick.
end, I stopped eating it because I noticed that I could eat like a burger with nuggets. Burger, like cheeseburger, normal 350 calories, nuggets with sauce 350, in total 700 calories, and for absolutely nothing, because I was hungry in an hour. I was hungry. I ate it
That's the
like
problem
this,
with
and
the
I was hungry in an hour.
You eat 700
Try eating
calories.
4 eggs. Try eating 4 hard-boiled eggs.
You're gonna have less calories, and you will have the
No,
feeling
it's just that, like,
of
you're gonna
fullness for
be
longer
full
time.
because there's protein and there's
Yes.
stuff you need. There is nothing in the cheeseburger I need, and
It's
in the nuggets
empty
either.
calories, guys.
It's so empty. It's not that even like if you want to gain weight, who cares? Just do it. Like, it's not about weight. It's about the fact that you're killing your brain, you're killing your gut, you're making yourself depressed. All the bad things, like it's about
And
that.
early
it's about the
death,
general
cancer,
healthiness.
liver is very overworking right now.
Yep.
When you're eating the UPF.
Exactly. So, point being, if you start working at McDonald's, don't take the bait. Don't eat their food. You're gonna be a McDonald's customer for forever, even if you stop working there. Like, if you think about it, because you just got addicted. And it's like a tradition. Oh, let's go to McDonald's.
And
let's
you
go to
see McDonald's everywhere. Bam, bam,
And
bam,
the funny
bam.
thing is, Adrian, for example, she works with sushi. She's like, oh, I can't eat sushi right now. I've been looking at it.
Oh.
I can eat I was looking at McDonald's the entire day, and I can still eat it afterwards because I think it's tasty. And that's weird. That's weird, because normally you
Well,
would be sick of the food, the
yes,
smell, whatever. No,
but,
I was like, after looking at chickens, like McChickens every day, all day, I would be like, hell yeah, give me a McChicken. I'm gonna devour one right now.
You're not
Yep.
sick of that food, even
Nope,
you ate
you
it.
don't get sick of that food.
No, this is probably one of the what could cause this is called a bliss point. I know it's in the fries. I wouldn't be surprised this technique is also used in burgers and the chicken wings. It's when you combine salt, fats, and sugar. There's like a precise amount how to combine them to get that bliss point, and the bliss point is the perfect dopamine to get you addicted. So they're putting that the right ratio of sugar, fats,
Can
and
I
salt.
mimic that at home as well?
Yeah,
Or
you
is
could
there
probably.
other stuff?
Yeah, you could probably make it yourself. I don't remember. It's like 35% of salt, and then the 35. It's like half and half. I think sugar was a bit more.
So like,
Well,
the
there's like
burgers also
other
have sugar, right?
burgers.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And they take a lot of proteins out, so you don't have that feeling of fullness.
Oh yeah. I was like I was seeing what is the most protein dense thing, and they did have chicken tenders, and they don't take out. It's like actual chicken, so they can't physically take out the thing from the chicken, the protein. But in general, I was like, there should be more protein in this. Why is it's meat? Like, why is there so little?
They're doing
It's
something
so
to
much
it.
fat and carbs and so little protein that they're definitely doing something to it. Yeah.
And they also take out the fiber.
Oh yeah.
They take out the
Zero
fiber,
fiber.
because the fiber, it's like very good. It's not good for the shelf life. When you have fiber, it's gonna get bad soon, so they take it out so it stays
yeah,
it
that's
for
why
longer.
you see those pictures of like McDonald's food never going bad.
Yeah. Well, it's of course other additives, but also they take
Yeah,
out the fiber
yeah.
and protein, so you eat the empty calories. Well, it's like already scientifically proven the additives that they're adding is like hella bad for us. You can go and take the food and see it on a label, and the things that there's just not food, but the things added, you just cannot even read them properly, because what the heck is that? That's not how it should be. And the bread, you don't need 20 or 30 ingredients to make bread. That's what you see on the packages. You need like 4.
You need flour, water, and salt.
Little bit of
Everything else
sugar.
is just bullshit.
Oh, you need also the poof The bread can poof. What is it called? The poof.
Wait. Yeast.
Yes. You need salt, sugar to activate the yeast.
This reminds me of a yeast infection.
That's a story for another day.
It's really not. I'm like, there was this girl on TikTok that was making bread from her yeast infection. I'm not joking. She was making bread from like down under yeast infection.
Well, at least she didn't add the other 20 adjectives.
You know what? This might actually be healthier.
Yeah, do that instead.
Say what you will. She's healthier.
Yeah,
she's making her own bread. How did she keep getting yeast infections to keep growing the bread?
Oh my, okay, this is so disgusting. UPF? Who?
That's the point. We need to get you disgusted about your ultra processed food. Because what happens right now, it is so attractive. That's the problem. It is not, you do not look at a deep fried chicken wing and think, ew, but I'm gonna eat it because no, you look at it and think, oh, sweet mother Jesus, this is exactly what I needed after a long, hard day of doing jack shit. After drinking, I need a kebab. Also, kebabs are not even that bad, you know?
What?
Kebabs aren't even that bad. Okay, it's like bread and salad.
Yeah, if it's like made with farm ingredients, I agree. But a lot of kebabs are UPFs again. So
if the meat is fine, like if they actually stack it like that, and
a lot of sauces, the bread itself is already it's a UPF product.
Just bread, like it depends really.
No, if I'm saying if it's like organic, yeah, no problem. But it
doesn't even have to be organic because as I've heard, organic doesn't really mean that much, but it has to be just not that processed. And when people say, but every food is processed, yeah, of course, when you boil a potato, it gets processed. It's processed. You cannot sit there coping, crying, and tell me that a boiled potato is the same as like an insanely saturated with bullshit 30 ingredient protein bar that came from God knows where, okay? When we're saying about processed food, yeah, we know that all food is processed if you're not just eating a carrot from the ground straight up, you know?
Yep.
But what we're saying is that some processed food is worse than other processed food. The ultra-processed food that is made specifically to target our brain receptors to want more, made specifically to appeal to us, but to give nothing good, that is the food we're talking about. So yeah, when we're saying processed food, I know I've seen on a lot of TikToks people come crying, all food is processed, keep coping. Sure, keep eating McDonald's, whatever. This is not the video for you, clearly.
You're really hungry, I can see.
No, I'm not.
This power, I love it.
But I will go make fried chicken. Hey, I'm gonna make my own.
Okay,
it's gonna be just chicken deep fried in oil. It's not gonna be chicken deep fried in oil with 30 added ingredients, you know?
And the oil that was used for
it's gonna be my
lubricating the machineries.
Ukraine is like one of the biggest seed oil producers in Europe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They have a lot of sunflowers and they produce a lot of sunflower seed oil.
Okay, sunflowers.
Technically, if
it's not like not processed, what was the term?
It is processed, but like if you make
refined.
It like you make, yeah, exactly. If you make it like you make avocado oil or like what is it, olive oil, then it's fine. It's just that they don't make it that way.
Exactly. There's like 5 specific steps when they're refining the oils. One of them is called bleaching process, and all of these they're used chemicals to.
The only thing you should bleach is actually absolutely nothing, because even on your hair when you do that, it's really bad. And
and they're bleaching oil. What the fuck?
They're
bleaching
also bleaching
oil.
Bread and doing stuff to it so that the shelf life is a month.
Yeah.
Bread should not have a shelf life. Go to your local bakery, get proper bread. Stop buying the things that don't even grow mold. If it doesn't grow mold, it's weird. It's not good.
Exactly.
Food should grow mold after a while.
It needs to get old.
And stop eating avocados. They ship them from God knows where and spray. Eat stuff that is in season. That is like the biggest life hack. Because you find oranges in the middle of summer in Europe, like.
I'm sorry, that's not how it works.
How?
This should be like an education for little kids now. Like, guys, food, they're not all the seasons. There's in specific season this food comes.
Yeah, it's gonna be cheaper and it's gonna be healthier and it's gonna be better for the environment to eat the food that is in season.
Yes, the plantations are so huge.
Yeah, and
For the
the
soy in the
greenhouses,
palm.
like the greenhouses, you know, where they grow stuff even
Yes.
during the winter.
Yeah.
It's
They're hella
bad for
huge.
them. They're huge, but they take up space. They take up. What you should do is like do what they did in the Soviet Union. You buy tomatoes in the summer, you grow them yourself, and then you like make pickles for winter.
You and the
pickle
pickles.
stuff to preserve them. Yeah, I love pickles, man. But you know, people should be eating more pickles. It's good for your gut.
Yeah, I believe
gives
that. I
bacteria,
absolutely
like
believe
sauerkraut or
Kefir,
kimchi.
kefir is
It's
good.
very
Very good. Yeah, have good bacteria, like drink kefir, all that stuff. So
Yep.
you get serotonin and actually to feel better. So you have a good mood. So you don't cry in the bed all day.
It was so weird. Like I knew a guy. Well, of course, McDonald's. You can imagine who I'm talking about. But like he ate so badly. Like he ate
And he was
McDonald's,
depressed, right?
and he drank like sometimes energy drinks. Sometimes he drank a lot of like sugary stuff, either sweetened or
Yeah.
unsweetened, mostly sweetened. He didn't
He's
eat like like when
Probably
he did, he still
pre-diabetic already.
he already like ate, you know, processed food a lot.
Oh,
And
shit.
I came from a home where I eat legit just homemade food. That's mostly
See,
what I
and
eat.
you're not
And I was
depressed.
trying to cook and stuff, and like thing is, he was like way more. I'm not saying it's like because of that. It's probably also other things, but I don't think it helps if you sit at home, eat your silly little processed food, drink your silly little processed drinks, play Valorant all day or whatever you do. And then, so why am I unhappy? I'm like, go outside for a few minutes. Go outside.
Yep.
Go outside. No, I don't want to. And it's like difficult. Even if someone tells you exactly what you're doing wrong, it's a difficult hole to get out of. So it's best to just not start. Just like any other addiction,
Exactly.
food addiction to unhealthy food is best to just not begin in the first place.
Exactly. Avoid it as much as possible. Don't
And
try.
parents, how dare you feed that to your kids?
I'm so thankful for my parents. Thank you.
Yeah,
Mom,
same.
Dad, shout out to you guys. Love you for not feeding me McDonald's, any kind of fast food, chips when I was a child. I am so thankful.
McDonald's
for
was a once a year during a trip thing.
them. Oh, really?
Yeah, during trips when we went to another country, we would go to McDonald's sometimes. And it was a rarity. I was happier while eating it because it was like rare. And like
Yes.
sweets, I don't know, they gave me yogurt as my sweets, you know, but that's a good thing.
That's like good for your gut. Again,
Yeah.
makes the good bacterias.
And it's like way better to just not. You control what your kid eats. You have to understand you're setting them either up for failure or up for a really successful good life. You have to develop that food thing, you know, with what they eat early on. And that doesn't mean restricting everything, because that's also bad. Just like I know for a fact all of the parents who were prohibiting their kids to drink and go to parties were the biggest drinkers and partiers because it was something illegal. What you have to do is like manage it better. You mostly feed them healthy stuff. They're mostly gonna wanna eat healthy stuff. Because what I don't understand is people who say, yeah, I like gummy bears and sweets. How? I love meat and eggs. I think eggs are very tasty. I think salads are amazing. Like just like salads with some olive oil and tomatoes, cottage cheese, sour cream. Like all the foods that I really, really like, none of them are processed. None of them. Like my favorite foods, none of them are ultra processed foods. And I just don't understand, how can you have as your favorite food, that means you're addicted. It's not because it's not actually tasty. Try to sit there and actually taste McDonald's instead of just eating it. It's actually going to be disgusting.
Out of curiosity, I think it was
fries are good,
8th or 9th grade. I wanted to taste McDonald's because I wanted to know why everybody's eating them. When I tasted it, it tasted like cardboard.
Really?
Maybe they forgot to add MSG on it that day. I don't know, but it tasted like cardboard. And till this day, I don't understand why people are eating them. It had no taste. No, it was absolutely disgusting.
When you bite it, you feel the satisfaction of eating. You're like,
I
oh my
did
God,
not
this is
know.
so good. This is amazing.
It was dry. It was disgusting, and it was.
But when you actually
cardboard.
try biting it
was
and like tasting it, try like concentrating on what you're actually eating, you're
Think
gonna
about all
realize
the
that there's
chemicals.
No, don't even. Just try concentrating on the taste instead of like the stuff that the signals it gives to your brain. Just try concentrating on actually tasting the chicken, the bread, how good it is, you're gonna realize there's better things to eat. Like a really good homemade burger is gonna be 1,000 times better.
Oh, absolutely. It will at least have proteins. Well, there's a lot of other things that's happening when we consume UPFs. Not only disrupts the serotonin and destroys the gut bacteria, but there's some more stuff happening. Basically, in simple words, your body, the insides, they're all time in stress. You're putting it stress mode all the time, basically.
Oh.
So another thing is what's happening is a chronic inflammation. So inflammation is when your immune system responds to an injury or infection. All right, but UPF is not like an infection.
Right, it's when you scratch something and it gets bigger, and that's because blood cells and everything are trying to get there. Maybe add some water there to close the wound and stuff. So you mean to tell me that thing is happening in our
no, not like that. That's the problem. UPF is not like a scratch. The body does not how to respond because you eat a chemical. So something's happening to the body. Somebody is killing our gut bacteria. So it's things, maybe it's an infection, like a bad virus. So it calls the good immune cells to the rescue. All right, you guys killed that bad thing. What's happening there? Probably a virus, or something. So the good bacteria, but the immune cells, they're walking around, they see nothing is there. Why did you call us? So it's like a small dose of this, but still it's happening and you're putting it in a stress mode. So what actually happens, the body released immune cells, they have to attack someone. This is in very simple words. When I read about inflammation, there's so much what's actually happening to even release the immune cells that also, if it's unnecessarily, it actually damage your body. But when the immune cells don't see the infection or the injury, they start to attack your own body, the good cells, because they have to attack something. So they are starting to attack your own cells.
Wow, it's like an immune system problem from eating fast food.
Yeah. And
that's
this
why
chronic
inflammation happens in your body, in the gut.
Yeah, because again, it kills your bacteria, the gut bacteria. So something is happening somewhere.
Yeah.
So the brain's like, okay, you guys go check it out. They see there's no injury, no infection. What the heck? Why did you call us? Well, we have to attack someone, so let's attack ourselves. Why not?
Yep.
There's also problems when the inflammation's happening. There's such a term called leaky gut. Guys, bear with me. I know there's a lot of terms, serotonin, I know, but leaky gut is when your gut has this wall, right? And it helps to regulate so the good things go pass through the wall in our blood system. When the inflammation happens, it gets thin. And the bad stuff can go, and it goes in our blood stream.
Ooh, and so that's why it's called... I'm not gonna lie, I've heard the term leaky gut before. I've never heard what it actually is. So I always just imagine a gut leaking.
In a way, it kind of happens, just the walls
but
get
it's
thinner.
The walls get thin, and all the bad stuff can enter your bloodstream. That's the problem.
What else happens? We're not done yet. No, you guys, bear with us. It's very actually serious. Another thing what's happening is oxidative stress.
What? Say that again.
Oxidative stress.
Oxidative stress.
So this is about atoms and molecules. We go more deeper. So, in generally, we kind of sometimes need this oxidative stress. We need the bad things happen to our body. But this is to improve our immune system, to grow. We need it in little doses. We're just having it too much. So when we have too much, so what happens? We have an atom. You okay?
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the atom, already stressed out something.
I am stressed out. I am stressed. What is this? You're gonna make me never want to eat McDonald's again, and I like McDonald's.
That's the goal. Yes, don't eat McDonald's.
Yeah, but I think a homemade burger will give me the better
It's much better. Yes, of course. You're gonna be satisfied.
I'm gonna go deep fry my own chicken. KFC.
Yes, let's go against them. Don't give them money, you guys. That's why they exist.
AFC. Onions fried.
I love this.
I can cook some frozen vegetables, but hey, frozen is not bad. Processed is bad.
Exactly. Well, it loses some nutrition value when you froze it, but yes, it's much better than processed, ultra-processed food.
It's better to eat frozen vegetables than fresh fast food, you know.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, but it loses nutritional value or whatever. It's not actually bad to eat frozen food, just like if you freeze like a cow or something, you know, it's not bad. You're gonna get most out of it. It's much better.
Exactly. So about oxidative stress. Oxidative stress.
Oh my god, I'm stressed
Oxidative. So in our cells, everything's made of atoms and molecules. We have the atom, right? And around the atom, we have electrons.
Not really. That's the Bohr model of an atom. So
what's in the core?
In the core they draw that there's a protons and neutrons that are made up of quarks, up quarks or down quarks. They have a certain charge. Neutrons have a charge of 0, protons have a charge of 1. And then electrons, they're often illustrated, especially for kids, and that's how actually they explain stuff.
Yeah.
And in optometry, it works really well when you use this Bohr's model, where like you draw these lines as if like a solar system where they are little balls, but electrons are not actually anything. We don't know what they are. We don't know much about them. We know they have a charge. They're not really physical. Not really, what is it, energy? So like Bohr's model works really well to explain a lot of things.
Okay.
When you go deeper into quantum physics, it's like, oh, it's actually not. So electrons have like a probability to be somewhere, you know.
Okay.
But yeah,
can we use this?
It's gonna be better.
Okay.
I just had
because
to,
I don't know how to illustrate
physics.
when they're everywhere. Okay.
It's a cloud of probabilities, guys.
All right, this is interesting. But,
yeah, it's interesting. But the thing is, even though it's like that, my point with this was, we know it's like that. It's just that for explaining bodily stuff, it's actually useful to use the simpler model because it explains a lot of things. It's not really perfect, but it explains what happens.
Okay, so I can use that model, right?
Yeah,
okay.
you can use it. You can use it for today.
So in the core, what we have in the core that's flying around?
The nucleus.
Nucleus.
Protons and neutrons.
So here, nucleus, right?
Yeah.
So it's called nucleus. All right, I'm learning chemistry. Nice. And around it have the electrons, right?
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
Basically.
So nucleus and electron, and they make the atom, right? That's the atom.
Yeah, that's basically
perfect.
the atom.
So we have the nucleus and the electrons. When the nucleus have all the necessary electrons, it's stable, it's happy, it's great.
Basically, that's true, yeah.
Yes. So what happens when we eat the UPFs? It releases radicals. And what is a radical is nucleus with not enough electrons. And it's unstable.
Yeah,
so
I've heard
it's
that radicals can
aggressive.
actually cause cancer.
Yes, that's why UPFs makes cancer, because it gives the oxidative stress.
It releases these atoms that don't have enough electrons for a charge, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, it's gonna do different things chemically. It's gonna attach itself to molecules, or maybe even disrupt things, you know.
Yeah, or steal one of the electrons.
Steal electrons, and also exactly.
Yes, and when they steal from us, our atom gets stressed, you know. It's not stable anymore. It's losing an electron. What the heck? And it's starting to, like, you know, attacking others, and it goes in a chain. But that's why it's a good thing to eat
Antioxidants.
Antioxidants, because they're free of electrons. They're like charity. They're giving a free electron.
Okay, so I think I have time to explain. My mom actually got this like mushroom that grows on trees high up, like, you know, and she made this liquid from it, either as tea or as something else, like a longer liquid that you make. But yeah, the tea she was saying it's an antioxidant. I was like, what the hell is it? Why would you even need that? And she was like, it deals with the free radicals in the body that cause cancer. I was like, what? But it actually makes sense now because it's an antioxidant. It deals with the free radicals, and it actually, like, when you eat this processed food, or maybe even not as a processed food, it just happens more. It probably happens anyways.
But even when you smell something bad, it releases radicals.
So it's good to drink. Antioxidants are really are good, yeah. But
so
get them naturally. When someone offers you another processed thing with antioxidants, don't believe them. Drink them naturally. Teas are antioxidants. Green tea.
Citrus fruits,
tea.
so good.
Yeah.
In general, fruits and vegetables.
Yep.
Whoop-pow!
Whoop out. High five.
Hey!